Warriors took apart the West last season. They went 42-10 against the rest of the conference. The games between them and second place in the West were the same as the games between second place and eighth in the West.
And the Warriors didn't just pick on the little guys. I mean, they had big wins over the top teams in the West. Against the rest of the playoff teams, the Warriors were a whopping 20-5.
That's good. Williams has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
It's Curry with the drive. Bogut kicks to Barnes. Golden State moving it around. Another shot. Can't hit. Nice D from Nowitzki. First quarter, just over a minute played. To the middle. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Dirk Nowitzki, what can you say? Future Hall of Famer. Too many accolades to list. But most important, NBA champion and Greg Finals MVP in 2011.
Yeah, and Kevin, history has proven time and time again, you really need a future Hall of Famer on your team to win a championship. Just look at all the teams that have won the title through the years.
Here's Bogut. A second chance effort. Got a hand on it. And here comes Parsons leading the fast break.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line.
You know, back to Nowitzki being that Hall of Famer, you need to win a championship. Guys like LeBron, Duncan, Kobe, George, Magic, Bird, Isaiah, all Hall of Fame guys who led their teams to the championship.
And talking about Nowitzki, as one of the greatest players ever, he's also one of the most unique players ever. His ability to score back to the basket from up to 18 feet really, to me, is unbelievable. Without that unique skill, the Dallas Mavericks have no rings. And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Now Williams, he has 5. And there's the feed to Pachulia. Great D that time from Green. The Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Matthews, no one around him. Money from the wing. Matthews has got his first 2 points.
What a tremendous feed from Williams. Great awareness.
Curry attacking, and he gets it to go. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Williams with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. Williams passes to Pachulia. Here's Parsons, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk just for a bit. One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Nowitzki. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night. Warriors trail by 6. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And Curry, here we go. Good. Curry's got 9.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring. With confidence.
Here's the teardrop. Nobody near Parsons. Another 3 for Dallas.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Took him no time at all on that one. And 11 points for Steph Curry.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
And Williams, here we go. A clear look for Parsons. Again, the Mavericks score.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Williams against Curry. Takes the three. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Mavericks leading by 9. Over in the corner, Pachulia. Outside Matthews. Curry brings the double, and Matthews kicks to Parsons. Another three for Dallas.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Now here's Curry, and that time also a missed shot. Here's Williams. He's got 5. And the basket good. Williams has got 7 points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, I think you just see some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
So it's the Mavericks now. A 12-point game. Here's Nowitzki. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Now here's Thompson. He kicks it to Barnes. 9 feet out. It's rebounded by Dallas.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Williams inside the line. Klay Thompson grabs the miss.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Curry's shot is good.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Williams against Curry. It's Williams with the drive, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And it goes on Draymond Green.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one. You know, you look at Dallas, and that team didn't rely too much on the mid-range or the short game last season, but they could have. They shot 70% from 12 feet and in, excluding drives. That's pretty good.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Nowitzki. Felton comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Barea subbed in for Williams. Now, here's Felton. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Nice shot by Felton. For the Mavs, and that 70% shooting from 12 feet and in. A lot of Dirk high posts and push shots from their guards will do that.
It isn't the most efficient shot by analytics, but there is a lot to be had in the mid-range. If teams only protect the 3 and the rim, you can feast on them with the little short push shots, and the Mavs did that last season.
Here is Barea following the basket by Stephen Curry. Shot clock at 6. Parsons with it. Bogut picks him up. Lets it go from the wing. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Warriors trail by 13. And Curry, here we go. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Now here's Barea, guarded by Curry. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Anderson's checked in. He feeds it to Barea. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. They get Stephen Curry.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And guys, what a spark plug J.J. Barea has been throughout his career. When he comes in the game, you can feel the lift. We saw a couple games against Houston in the playoffs. Saw it back in 2011 in the championship season for the Mavs.
That's a great point. I mean, he has an energizing effect on his teammates, the fans, and the announcers. I mean, he just brings so much spirit and hustle to the games. Very hard not to root for a guy like that. Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Here is Livingston. And that is good.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Now, here's Felton. And Anderson has it in the corner. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. And the Mavericks with possession here. The lead is 15. Barea.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post, but the defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Passes it to Powell. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Felton. The shot is off. Good D by Thompson.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
A minute 42 left to play in the first quarter. Barea kicks to Felton. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out. It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
They get it again. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Livingston dishes to Barnes. Shot is off. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
It just seems like they're a step slow today.
And he jams it with authority.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
And finished off by Bogut.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Green with the block.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
And Felton is up top. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Got it! He got it! What a shot!
Nice.
To close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end of quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching.
And we're 5-6 feet outside that three.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Mavericks.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
Yeah, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in at the three spot. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Bogut with a screen on Matthews to the paint and finished off by Bogut.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Shot's good.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in him. And he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. he looked a little hobbled out there for a moment. And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
That one goes. Count it.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Bogut sets a screen for Curry. To the middle, up off the screen, and Bogut slams it in.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Off the pick, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Rock hard finish there, guys.
And only one hand needed for that one.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all you need.
Parsons with it. Now Green defending. Williams kicks to Matthews. Harris passes to Nowitzki. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And here is Curry. 17 points in the game. And stolen by Parsons. The shot will not go. Curry was a nice D. Warriors trail by 6. Inside, here's Bogut, and he stops it. What a pass to set him up.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, Williams kicks to Harris. Back to Williams. Takes a three. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Warriors have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Barnes kicks to Green. Golden State moving it around. Here's Thompson. They kick it out to Green. Parsons against Thompson. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
There's a screen by Williams. Clock at 6. Harris kicks to Williams. It's stolen by Bogut. Curry dishes to Thompson. The score now all even. Thompson's got 6 points.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Harris passes to Nowitzki. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. He's got 14.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Bogut, good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 5th assist in this one.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Dishes it to Bogut. On the wing, Thompson. Green inside the three-point line. That's short off the rim.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
To the paint, here's Bogut. Rolls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists. Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Outside Curry. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Here's Williams. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
Williams kicks to Harris. Williams, a screen on Thompson. Back to Harris. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Ezeli's checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. It's stolen by Barea. And he makes good on the layup. Warriors trail by 3.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel in all facets of the game.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for the Mavericks. The Warriors shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
Felton kicks to Barea.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And speaking of Curry playing off the ball in the pass, Clark, we'd see him guarding shooting guards defensively. Some said trying to hide him against lesser offensive players.
Well, I think guarding 2 guards gave him a chance maybe to save some energy for the offensive end. Recently, Steve Kerr has had him on point guards more. You want your best players taking the challenge at both ends of the court.
Man, It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Here's Barea. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. The Warriors leading. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
No one near Felton as he lets it go. Again, the miss by Felton.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Curry with it. 24 points for him. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Azili. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Mavericks trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Broke loose. Here's Barea. Buries it from three-point range. Barea's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Curry attacking off on the layup. Dallas has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. And here's Felton from the arc. That's good. Felton has got 5 now. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Curry kicks to Azili, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Steph Curry, and he gets it to go.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
The Warriors trail. The drive by Iguodala. Here is Livingston, guarded by Barea.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
6 to shoot. There's the pick. Nice shot by Felton. Felton has got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Here is Livingston. He has 6. Out to Thompson. Iguodala outside. Thompson against Felton. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. Azili kicks to Iguodala. Thompson against Felton. Outside, Green. Fader on the way. And that's an air ball. Not even close. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Mavericks ahead, up 2. And now let's catch up show. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
How about Steph Curry in this one? He's got 24 points and 7 assists. This game is all about him right now.
Full domination mode, guys.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Williams is out there with Matthews, and it's Pachulia in at the center position. Lets it go from 11. Good. Pachulia's got his first bucket in this one. Warriors shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Bogut, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
They set the pick. It's Williams with the drive. And Nowitzki wide open. He fires. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Nowitzki's got 16 points. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Williams. Williams comes with a double team. This puts them in the lead. Green's got his second basket of the night.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Now Williams, 9 points in the game so far. Shoots from 14. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Now here's Williams. Nowitzki a screen. The dish to Pachulia. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Pachulia's got 4 points this quarter. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the third.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Nowitzki with the screen on Barnes. Nowitzki sets a screen for Matthews. This one for 3. No luck. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
Well, Williams has been great. 9 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
Steph Curry's checked in for Sean Livingston. Always seems the Mavs are able to compete for a title, Clark, but their window might be closing with some of their stars aging, namely Dirk Nowitzki.
You're exactly right, Kevin, because Dirk is the centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
Here's Williams, 11 feet out, and he hits it. Williams has got 12 in the game.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
Williams against Curry. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And when you look at the Mavs, they have always built through free agency, still tinkered with the roster this season to get into a position to compete. Not having any lottery picks for so long has hampered their youth and development.
Well, you know, with the Mavs making the playoffs so consistently, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Cuts both ways. They rarely have draft picks that help take the team to the next level, but they are in the playoffs, which is what every team wants to be part of.
And that one's good. Curry's got 4 this quarter.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Williams against Curry. And Steph Curry with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Williams with a clean look. Buries the long-range jumper. Williams has got 15 points.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job with the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Green, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 7.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Nowitzki's shot's good.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Williams against Curry. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The #1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
Evan Harris is checked in for Dallas. Measuring, covered by Bogut. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Mavs.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Big change last year for the Mavs came when they traded for Rajon Rondo. It looked to be the missing piece for him, Clark, but boy, it just never seemed to come together.
You just don't know. Trades are always risky. You don't know how they're going to work out, and I give credit to ownership for talking to the players to see what they thought about the trade before they actually made the deal.
Outside Curry. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Harris against Curry. To the inside. Here's Parsons. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Parsons got 14.
And things just didn't really work out with Rondo here with the Mavs. Missed a lot of games and at times clashed with that coaching staff.
Barnes against Nowitzki, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Nowitzki a screen. And Matthews kicks to Nowitzki. Some nice passing here by Dallas. 4 on the clock. There's a good screen. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That's foul number 2 for him.
And, you know, they said it was the injury, but you have to suspect the Mavs just shut him down in the playoffs. They took a big swing and missed with Rondo in acquiring him, but I think you have to give them credit for at least taking the risk.
Spates checked in for the Warriors. Curry attacking. And the slam dunk by Spates. And Clark, as we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Barnes against Matthews, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Parsons on the wing, guarded by Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He got right to the cup using that screen. 16 points for Chandler Parsons. The Warriors have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great 3rd quarter for them offensively. Green, the screen. Curry dishes to Green. A rim-rattling 2-handed jam.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Outside Matthews. There's the pick. Shot clock at 5. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And here is Curry. 28 points for him. Such a wide open look. Barnes has got the lead up to 4 now for the Warriors.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
They sure did, Greg. And I like the fact they never put their chin in their chest when they were down early. I mean, they were down big early. They were composed, and they never got desperate and stayed within themselves. Very impressive.
Golden State's gone 2 of 5 with a 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Outside Curry. Spades sets a screen for Curry. Out to Thompson. Lots of room. Again, Golden State.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Barea with it. He's got 12. It's Matthews on the wing, covered by Barnes. He used that pick to get in close.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
On the Mavericks with some changes. Powell is jacked in for Chandler Parsons. And it's Felton in for Devin Harris. And when you watch Wes Matthews, you see he's just a fantastic perimeter defender, Clark. He can match up well at either the 2 or the 3.
His combination, Kevin, of length and strength and lateral movement make him an outstanding defensive player.
Nobody near Barnes. And it's Golden State with another.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Down low. It's tipped. Here's Curry. Finished off the break. Now it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Felton kicks to Powell. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there. Powell's got 6 points.
And for Matthews, you know, he knows that he's a strong defender. And so last year, his claim was that he was the best two-way shooting guard in the NBA.
Curry is inside, guarded by Barea. Up top, Curry. He has 30. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Green, and it's Iguodala in for Harrison Barnes. Pachulia, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Anderson comes in for Wesley Matthews. Here's Barea with the putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. He's got 6.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Iguodala no good.
Listen, he has a chance to be considered the best two-way player at his position, and not sure if he is the clear-cut winner of that debate, but he is in the conversation.
Back to Anderson. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Barea. Another 3 for Dallas.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Warriors trail by 3. Curry attacking on the wing. Iguodala. And 1:01 left here in the 3rd quarter. To the middle. Here's Spades. That one bounces around and comes back out.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Inside, here's Felton. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Barea's got 3 assists tonight.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key there. Getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Spades sets a screen. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Spades has got 4 points this quarter.
Really a good job recognizing the mismatch. Just going up for the shot with that huge height advantage on that possession.
Felton the pass to Barea. Fires for 3. No good.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good.
Watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's a low down there. And what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
Warriors trail by 3. Here's Curry. Gets the bucket and the foul. Ashley Matthews picks one up.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
Williams attacking. Outside Matthews. He dishes it to Pachulia. Got a piece of it. And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And guys, Andre Iguodala entered this league as an athlete with raw skill. And bit by bit, though, he refined his game over the years, except in the one category, free throw shooting. In that one area, he was much better over the first 5 years of his career than he has been the last 5.
There's a screen by Williams. Right side Matthews. Launches a three. Warriors with the rebound. Curry's got his 4th rebound tonight. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Thompson misses. And we were talking about Iguodala's free throw shooting. It really is a miracle. He's become so efficient, Clark, in every other area of his game. But last year, in his 11th season, he shot the 2nd worst percentage of his career.
Sometimes, Kevin, it's simply a matter of confidence. You miss a few and it gets into your head, and before you know it, the harder you're trying, the worse it gets.
Thompson outside. On the wing, it's Iguodala. It's rebounded by Dallas. Pachulia's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Nowitzki for 3. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Outside Curry. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Azil. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
To end the run. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Andre Iguodala.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Rick Carlisle was going over with his team in that last huddle. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
And thank you for that, Doris.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Here is Livingston. Out left to the wing. Here's Barbosa. And the layup's good off the glass.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Nowitzki a screen. Williams. Rebound Bogut. Warriors trail by 4. To the middle. Here's Rush. And the dunk to finish it off. Ah, beauty.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And they better stay with those basics, because this game is still yet to be determined.
Feeds to Barbosa to tie it up. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. And Brandon Rush gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Golden State. Green comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Barnes in for Brandon Rush. And Williams, here we go. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
Talking about Jaja's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
You know, Coach Kidd loves Jaja. He even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. I mean, he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles.
Nowitzki kicks to Pachulia. Parsons attacking, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Williams. Now Matthews to the paint. Julia, good. Now it's a 5-point Dallas lead.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
Completely agree with that, Clark. They need stops and really can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are nice, high percentage looks. You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
Williams kicks to Parsons. Nowitzki a screen. Parsons against Barnes. Nowitzki, the pass to Williams. Got a piece of it. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The pass break chance. And the dunk by Barnes.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
Now here's Williams, and the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Golden State. Curry comes in for Sean Livingston. And Dallas with a change here too. Berea's checked in. Nowitzki outside. And right through it goes. Nowitzki's got 29 in the game.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Outside Curry. And that one's good. Curry's got 10 points here in the second half.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
They set the pick. Nowitzki kicks to Pachulia. Pass to Matthews. And he converts the layup.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
And Thompson kicks to Green. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Mavericks leading by 3. It's Matthews on the wing. Nowitzki a screen. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You really have to like the work they put in at the free throw line here in the half. I mean, they've been really aggressive in drawing fouls, and then they've been able to knock down their free throws.
He hits both from the stripe.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Berea dishes to Matthews. To the inside. Here's Pachulia. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Pachulia's got 6 points in the quarter. Warriors trail by 5. Now the pass to Green. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Here's Berea. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got his 5th rebound in this one. Barnes passes to Green. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Curry can't get it to go. Mavericks leading by 5. Berea kicks to Nowitzki. Matthews up top. He's covered by Thompson. Parsons dishes to Barea. Shot is no good. AT that time from Curry. 1:46 left to play in the final quarter. That's in from the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists in the game. And the Mavericks call time here. They're ahead by 2. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter of this one. .44 left in the fourth quarter. Floats one up. Curry with a nice D.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Outside, Green. And he cuts it down.
This is why the breakaway ring was invented. Plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
And the Mavericks call time here. The score knotted at 131. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. .24 left in the fourth quarter. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Dallas, no good that time either. What an opportunity here.
What a chance to take the lead. Huge right here.
Curry with a wide open look. Another 3 for Golden State.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Barea kicks to Nowitzki. Tipped away. Stolen by Thompson. And it's the Warriors on the break. Green leading the charge. Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by Nowitzki.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Parsons' shot is off.
Now, that's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Here's Nowitzki. And he can't bank that one in. And he commits the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 4. There's 14 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, and not only do you want to draw up a score here, but it's got to be a quick one.
Yeah, it has to be quick. They've got to convert, and then there has to be an immediate foul.
And you know what? He had to clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not an easy one there among the big players.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
3 for Matthews. No good. So we see the Warriors get the win here.